Hello, it's Z-Freak. You may remember me as the guy who made the Why I Like Life is Strange 2 Better Than Life is Strange 1 video. And if you're on the Life is Strange subreddit, you may remember me as the person who made the post Don't Nod's Misunderstood Vision, What Square Enix and the Fans Don't Get. And in that post, which I'll link below if you haven't read it, it was in response to it was a few months after I made the Life is Strange 2 video talking about why I liked it more than the original, and I made the post in response to the True Colors reveal trailer that happened a few months ago, and it was me expressing my disappointment with the direction of the franchise and how it was being treated, and some of the reasoning for why I felt that way, and again some more defenses of Life is Strange 2, and that I got some support on that Reddit post. I got a lot of people not supporting that Reddit post. A lot of vitriolic debate happened in the comments section of that Reddit post. You can check that out if you want. There was a lot of arguments to be made for the both the quality of Life is Strange 2, the overall direction of the series, and the treatment therein. But in that post, I made a few... I made some proclamations about Square Enix's attitude towards the sequel. And there was the insinuation in my post that they were trying to bury Life is Strange 2 and just sort of push it aside and forget about it. At the time, my only evidence for this was because not only were they remastering Life is Strange 1 and Before the Storm, but True Colors was also in a very similar... it was also very similar to those games as well, whereas 2 is pretty radically different from them, as I explained in my prior video. But now that the Switch ports of the remasters have been announced, we're getting Switch ports of the Life is Strange collection, featuring all the Life is Strange games, except for Life is Strange 2, of course. And this is kind of the final straw in the coffin for me in terms of how Square Enix regards the sequel, which is to say, not very well. If Don't Nod distancing themselves from Square Enix wasn't proof enough, if it not getting a remaster earlier this year was not proof enough, I think the fact that they're not even willing to port the game to another platform and completely not even address it in the animated, the little 2D animated thing they made for this collection, for these Switch ports, I think that's the final straw to me, that they want to forget about this game and they want to bury it and they want to move on, and that's really sad. And I think regardless of what you feel about Life is Strange 2, I feel like that's really sad, that not only that Square Enix feels this way, but that the fan base at large has pushed them into feeling this way about it. I've seen other Reddit posts where people bring up the fact that, it's a shitty situation, not only... Even when the game was first announced, even when Life is Strange 2 was first being teased and announced, I've seen Facebook wall posts where it's just endless scroll of where Max and Chloe, where Max and Chloe, where Max and Chloe, and it's so annoying that a large swath of the fan base never gave this game a chance from the beginning, and I feel like that's perfectly indicative of some people's attitudes toward it, even now, long after its release, because so many of these people were virulently never giving it a chance in the first place. So, of course, they weren't going to like it no matter what it did. That's kind of the thing about creating expectations for yourself, is that when you go into something with such negative expectations and you expect not to like it, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, and most of the time you won't. And that's not fair to the game. And that's not fair to Don't Nod. And it's a shitty situation. And then Life is Strange 2 went on to not sell as well as the original, which is probably the thing Square Enix cares more about. So, yeah, it's just a damn shame that this game that I really like and a lot of people really love is being buried and forgotten about and kind of scrubbed away from the series' legacy. And I fear that I was 100% spot on in my Reddit post where I claim that the future of the series is going to be nothing but variations on small town murder mysteries from here on out, because the most vocal portions of the fan base have made it very loud and clear that that is what they want. They don't want the series to do anything different. They don't want it to explore anything else. All they want is more small town mysteries and more women. And you know what? Good for them. I hope they get everything they want, and they never get sick of it, and they never stop and consider whether maybe they were too hard on Life is Strange 2, and maybe regret that they pushed Square Enix to go in this direction, and they pushed Don't Nod away from their partnership with Square Enix. You know. So, to everyone who made this happen, I hope you get exactly what you want. It's, I guess I didn't really have any other point to make with this video. I just find it to be a pretty sad situation. Fare thee well, Life is Strange 2. You deserved so much better. And the only solace I can take from this is that myself and the people that loved it will still continue to love it regardless of all of this. It may not be on the Nintendo Switch, but it sure is in our hearts. Zeke Freak out. Ciao ciao for now.